What's up, everybody? We're Side After Dark out of Brooklyn, New York. I'm Dan Berg.
I'm Sifa Graffiti.
Check out our music. And check out us reacting to Can Utility and the Coastliners by the legendary Genesis. This was selected by our patron Emerson Riedler. Shout out to you. I hope I'm saying your name right. If I don't know, all of our reactions are chosen by our patrons on Patreon, so go over there, check it out, get involved in our content and our content decisions. Thumbs up if you like this video.
The scattered pages of a book by the sea, held by the sand, washed by the waves. A shadow forms, cast by a cloud, skimming by, as eyes of the past, but the rising tide absorbs them, effortlessly claiming. They told of one who, tired of all, singing praise him, praise him. We heed not flatterers, he cried, by our command. Waters retreat, show my power, halt at my feet, but the cause was lost, now cold winds blow. Far from the north, overcast ranks advance, fear of the storm, accusing with rage and scorn. The waves surround the sinking throne, singing, crown him, crown him. Those who love our majesty show themselves, all bent their knee. But he forced a smile even though his hopes lay dashed where offerings fell. Where they fell.
Shirt.
Right? That was cool.
And here we are again. We're talking about Genesis. This time we're talking about canned utilities, which are the most important kind of utilities.
Exactly.
And also the coastline, which is good. I like the coastline. They really are just like masters of dynamics, right? That's always what I think about. I always talk about that when we do Genesis song, but it's like even on this one, like in the intro, it was like, you know, just very like acousticy, and it was honestly kind of losing me for a second. There was a second where I was like, I don't know if this is really my favorite of the Genesis songs we've heard. And then it's like right when I was thinking that, it's like Phil was like, oh yeah? And then as soon as the drums and the bass came in, the rhythm section came in, I'm like, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Like, yep, this is it.
I feel the same. I feel like that beginning, it reminded me of Jack Black and his band. So it's like, I just see
it was
Jack,
very tenacious.
With Tenacious T. I just see Jack Black's face and him trying to have a serious face while he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Singing like that. So, sorry, Peter Gabriel. But that's all I found in the beginning. So it did kind of lose me because I just thought it was kind of comical. And I blame Jack Black. It's his fault. But I feel like this song could have just started from that part. That cue,
the bass
right
drop.
After the acoustic part.
Yeah.
The way it just like cut in, that would still have made them prog rock, I think. And that would have been just as cool. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm not crapping totally on the beginning acoustic. It was something very different, like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I was just like, a little giggle inside my head. But they had so many fresh sounds. It's like, even though it's like it's older, it's just like, it sounded so new. They had so many grooves. They kind of like hid behind other grooves that you could have dug out and like made a whole song. It's like wild.
Yeah, and the keys too. And I don't know, were there any actual strings in this, or was that all synth, you think? I feel like it was all synth. But whatever it was, I really liked it.
Yeah. Very violin-y.
Yeah.
I thought you meant strings like, you know, with guitars too. I was like,
oh. Do you think they use strings on their instruments? Like, are they just air guitar?
Yes, they do.
And then this is really all just in our imagination?
They're that good.
Yeah, I really also like the bass sound in this. I feel like the bass was super fat, like super heavy. And it's funny, like we know Peter, we know Phil, obviously. Shout
Personally.
out to Phil. Yeah, we go way back. We know Steve Hackett from another song we did from him. But who's the bass player?
Yeah.
Who's playing bass? Tell me, like, at least jog my memory on that, because bass had the moments on this song.
Yeah.
There was a few moments where I'm like, oh, that bass is just really going for it.
In one of those back pockets of the
Yeah,
songs
it's
too.
just like all the way.
Yeah, you did your fingers at that time, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty super. I like it. Phil plays drum and bass at the same time. Prove me wrong in the comments.
He plays bass with his tongue. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Shout out to Phil. I know he's going through a time right now. Yeah. So also shout out to Emerson for suggesting this. Shout out to all the patrons. Your support's helping to make these videos possible. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube or Side After Dark. We'll see you soon.